Hello and welcome to Culinary Haven. On this week's episode we're making the focaccia bread because a young girl, Anna, from Holland requested it. There are many different varieties and recipes for the focaccia bread. In ancient Rome, panis focaccias was a flat bread baked on the hearth. The word is derived from Latin focus, meaning hearth. And in the modern days, focaccia is widely associated with Ligurian cuisine. To make the focaccia bread, you will need 700 grams of strong bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of easy baking yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar or honey, I'm using honey, 300 ml of warm water, 100 ml of extra virgin olive oil, and 100 ml of milk. You will also need 2 boiled and then skinned potatoes, which you will mash and incorporate with the flour before you start making the dough. So I've got the potatoes here, peeled and mashed, and now I'm going to sift the flour into the bowl. And now we'll mix together all the liquids, the olive oil, the milk and water, and then add a tablespoon of honey that I'll just dissolve in this mixture. Just lightly mix it all together. And then we'll need 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of easy baking yeast. And now we'll mix the potatoes with the flour, just with our fingers, rub them together and incorporate potatoes completely into the flour. So now the potatoes are all well incorporated into the flour, and we can add the wet ingredients. Put it all in and start mixing the dough.
So what is a hearth?
A hearth is a base of a fireplace or a stove. Place for baking.
And Ligurian?
Ligurian.
Ligurian?
Ligurian cuisine means dishes that come from Liguria, a region in northwest Italy. This focaccia recipe is my adaptation from Fausto Onetto's famous focaccia, adding a little bit of my own thoughts in it. And now I'm going to turn the dough over onto the worktop and continue and finish kneading on the worktop. And the secret to make the focaccia dough perfect every time is to do this technique where you spread the piece of your dough like this, and then you just go in 3 folds, 1, 2, and 3, and then you turn, and then you just flatten it a little bit and go again 3, and it won't take long to see the dough becoming all soft and elastic, and that's what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just keep turning the position of the dough and just continue with the same motion. And like I said, there are many different varieties of the focaccia bread. There's focaccia with fried onions and fresh onions, and with some dried tomatoes, and with different herbs like rosemary or thyme. Focaccia with cheese, they're all very good. My faithful bench scraper. It's a great tool if you are into bread baking, you need this one. I've never been to Italy myself, and it's a dream, which I hope one day will materialize. But I do a lot of Italian cooking, Italian dishes, and I remember a very fascinating show, the Gary Roads across Italy. It was just amazing. Find it and watch it if you can. It was fun, it was so informative, it was so different from region to region, and you just see in the same country how different the cuisine is, depends on the region. Every time I tell you that you can actually prepare the dough by using your, if you have one, stand mixer with the dough hook attachment. And I know I can too, but I just choose to do it by hand because I really love the feel of the dough, and the whole process of dough kneading is so calming, it's so therapeutic, and it just a really, really lovely thing to do. And now the dough is ready, and now I'm going to transfer the dough into the oiled bowl, cover it with the cling film, and let it rise until it's doubled in size. The dough is ready now, and we're going to shape the bread. And I'm going to take the dough out of the bowl, and it's all very nice and airy, and divide it into roughly. Put this aside for a second. Just dust the worktop lightly with flour, and also flour your rolling pin. Just roll it to the size of your baking tin. And it doesn't have to be exact, because when it will be rising, it will spread and fit very nicely into the baking tray. And now we'll transfer the dough into the tray, spread it to the corners so it's completely filling your tray like this, and the same with the. And now we'll let the dough rise for about 45 minutes to an hour. But if you are pressed for time, you can actually speed up the process by placing a pot of boiling water at the bottom of your oven, switched off oven, and the tray with the dough on the middle shelf, and the boiling water will create the perfect environment for the dough to rise, and it will only take half the time. In just 30 minutes, the steam that we created in the oven helped the focaccias to rise and double in size. And we already have one baking in the oven, and I will demonstrate on the second one how to prepare it before we bake it. We'll need water and oil, 75 milliliter each. Pour it in a bottle, and then just close it and shake it. And then with our fingers, we'll make indentations all over the focaccia, and it will create little holes and pockets. We pour the oil and the water all over the bread. We add water and oil so that the water makes the bread soft and the oil makes the bread crispy. So it will be very soft and fluffy on the inside and very crispy on the outside. And now we sprinkle a little bit of Malden sea salt, not too much, not to be too salty, and some fresh thyme, and just scatter some onion, either red or white, it doesn't matter, all over the focaccia. And now we'll bake it at 190 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Both focaccias are ready now and it's time to taste them. And we're going to taste them today with some salads I've prepared earlier. Let's cut it. Sounds good, doesn't it? Look at this, it's all nice and fluffy inside and it's crunchy on the outside. It's a good sign already.
Oh my god, this is so good.
I think I've tried it, honestly. It's very, very good.
This is so good. It's so crispy and then light.
Which one is that? Yes.
So good.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Culinary Haven. If you would like to see how to prepare any particular dish, please subscribe and leave your comment below. Until next time.